All right, so we're about 24 hours out from surgery now. Got pretty good movement of my hand and of my wrist. I can move elbow a little bit. Haven't really tried to push it a whole lot, but out on a walk right now, just getting active, trying to flush all the drugs out of me that they put in and get some blood flow. But this is what my next week or so is going to look like. Slowly adding a little bit more movement, a little bit at a time, just staying active, keeping my mind sharp and trying to, get through the process one day at a time. So I'll see you guys when we pull up next. A little over 24 hours after the surgery now. Just got off the phone with the doctor. Went over how everything looked in there. He said everything looked really good except for where the nerve had gone under the muscle from a previous surgery. So he said once he got under that muscle, there was a huge amount of scar tissue under there, which was significantly worse than the scar tissue that was on top and in everywhere else. So he had said that there was absolutely no motion in the nerve at all, which is probably why I was getting so much pain and had so many symptoms. So that was good to hear because it followed along with exactly what we thought, which is always good, no surprises when he got in there. So be back here in 2 weeks or so, and he'll take the whole dressing off and he'll take the sutures out and just keep motoring forward. And it's looking really promising, looking really good that potentially this could be the last surgery and could get back to playing. So excited to keep going with the process. All right, a little over 48 hours out of surgery now. Driving back to Arizona, do the rest of the rehab there. So hand is looking good, wrist is looking good, getting some pretty good motion out of the elbow here. I mean, restricted because I'm in the car, but I mean, this is pretty good. No problems in through there. So a little bit at a time, just get it moving, and still haven't grabbed anything in terms of like weight, like no sort of weight or anything like that. Just restoring range of motion, getting blood flow to it, and just relaxing. And that's about it. So my body went through a huge stress, obviously, with surgery, and I want to just relax and, let it recover from the stimulus that we put on it, which was the surgery itself. So no need to put any sort of stress on it now. Just recover and get nutrients to it and get blood to it. And that's about it. So see you guys when we get back to Arizona. All right, so we got day 4 here. It's pretty hot here in Arizona, and this thing is like a wool sweater. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it off, get our first look at the incision, kind of clean it all up, and replace it. So I'm ready because it's like 90, 92, 95 today? Yeah, it was like 95 or something today. I've just been sweating all day, and it's just time. It's time. So we'll go ahead and take it off. So like all this swelling in through there. So this was that whole incision. This is the big part of the swelling right in there. You can see compared to this arm, that's how big that is, and there's a bunch of swelling. So I've got the other bandage put on now. This one's a little bit less restrictive, and this is pretty good. We're day 4 here, and I'm not trying to really push past any sort of limits, and motion of the elbow and of the wrist and of the hand is looking really good. All right, day 5 out of surgery now. We're really starting to see some pretty good motion from the arm. I mean, I can almost get to full extension, but still haven't pushed it. And I can grab like a cup, drink from it. I've been doing that. Obviously haven't grabbed like anything heavy yet, like the whole like gallon of milk, for example. Haven't grabbed that yet, or I haven't like tried to walk with my plate or something like that from dinner down to the table. But we'll get there, just not yet, and coming along, looking good. Day 6 of the recovery. This is my least favorite part of any surgery recovery, is when it gets far enough away from the surgery where kind of the anesthesia and all the drugs that they put in me during surgery are gone. Like they're all out of me now. So I'm like mentally fully here, but physically just like not close to fully here. It's really hard for me. This is my least favorite part of the surgery, but luckily I only have like a week at this stage for this surgery. So obviously if you have like a UCL repair or something like that, have like months at that stage. But this one only have like a week. So just suck it up for a week. And we'll go from there. Sleeping, that's really been an issue that's come up here. Basically, my hand, it won't go numb, but it's like it gets hot just because I move the nerve around. And obviously, if I rest my arm on different positions, there's a cut there and a bunch of swelling, so it's not comfortable, and wakes up a lot, or it wakes me up a lot. That's kind of what we're dealing with. Nothing really tough, just like little nagging, annoying things. And I mean, that's the name of the game on surgery recovery. It's nothing really like insane. It's just the fact that it's just so long. The recovery just takes a long time to get through. But we'll get through it. It's just time, one foot in front of the other. And that's the update for today. All right, so this is night of day number 7, and starting to get right here on the outside of my hand. I obviously can't point at it because I'm holding this phone, but starting to get some like heat. It's not like hot, but it's warm. It's definitely a nerve symptom. I've had it before, and it's starting to get to the point, 7 days out where I'm using my arm a lot more. So the nerve is sliding back and forth a whole lot more, and it's already not happy because it just had a whole bunch of stuff cut off of it and moved around, and there's a membrane put around it and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's already not happy. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of those symptoms here. So really the worst that it gets is just kind of interrupts my sleep, which is stressful. And sometimes you get some pretty crappy sleep because your hands are really, really hot, which is weird. It's not even something that's like painful. It's just like there, and my body just like wants to be awake because of it. All right, I'm about to go to bed here at the end of day 8, and some pretty cool progression today. I was able to like hold a plate for lunch. I was able to carry my lunch. Wasn't really heavy, it was just a plate, but first time I've done that since surgery. Was able to carry that to the table, able to open the fridge with my arm, able to like get the water. We have a Brita filter, able to get that out of the fridge. So things slowly moving along. Was able to brush my teeth with my hand last night. So a little bit, small little improvements, and we'll keep taking them as they come. Day 10, night 10, after surgery. And you can see we got this all cleaned up and we're changing the bandages, but you can see even still the swelling. You can see all the swelling right here that's still there compared to this side, obviously. And that'll slowly keep going away. It's less than it was, obviously 10 days ago, and it'll keep going down, but just want to give you guys an update. All right, day 13 post-op. So we're back in LA to get the stitches out, just check in with the doctor and see how everything's going. I assume it's going great, but we'll find out. Alrighty, stitches are out. Back to the place I'm staying out here in LA. I had my first shower in about 2 weeks, which was amazing. That's one of my least favorite parts about getting these procedures is you just like don't shower and sit in your own filth for a good 2 weeks until you get the stitches out. But they put some steri strips on. Feeling a whole lot better now that this thing is not like stitched up and had to be inside the wrap the whole time, and finally got to shower, and I'm just feeling much better. So it's great. Talked to the doctor, said no sort of PT until like 6 weeks because they had to cut the muscle in the procedure, like literally cut it in half. So it takes a while for that to come back. So I'm gonna sit here and think about what I wanna do as far as training until then, because obviously I'm not just gonna do nothing for a total of 6 weeks. But like that's the name of the game, right? Not doing too much to impede the recovery and doing enough to maintain what we had built and actually help the recovery. So sit down and brainstorm and see what we come up with that. But that's the update for today.